Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Wow is all I have to say right now. I just had the most extreme channeling experience I've ever had. And I've been channeling for a bit now, but that's not the most important thing I want to talk about today. It's dealing with clenching. Let me explain. So you know when you're super stressed and you just find yourself clenching like this, you feel like just everything is tight and it's just like you're like waiting for something to happen. Constant fight or flight mode, stressed, anxiety. The thing is the tightness in your body is just manifesting from an energy blockage within you. It's from you being in a state of energetically clenching, and more importantly, repressing your genius. Repressing who you really are. And when you live in a state of constantly trying to prevent or repress, you feel blocked, you feel lost, you feel anxiety. And when anxiety is really just is not allowing in what's meant to be called in, you repressing yourself. And I didn't notice how much I was doing this until today. You know, it started yesterday, but really today. And it's been blocking my channeling. I thought I was clear, but holy shit, it was like HD today. It took me over. And I finally felt like I released. It's like after you get a massage after a while, and you don't realize how tight you are until after they massage you. And you're like, holy shit, this is what I'm supposed to feel like. Well, I feel the same way right now. And I wanted to hop on here and make a video especially on this for those of you who are in that state of constantly worrying or constantly repressing who you really are. Like, you know you're not being true to yourself, but you have no idea how to be more yourself. So I'm here to help you answer that today. So it started with yesterday. Side note, I have been very resistant to being a stepmom. I've been scared about that. I've been doing the best I can. I've been doing a good job. There's always a part of me that had that fear, that felt like she was holding back from fully opening up and accepting that role. And a lot of it is because I was, in the past, just never a kid person. I was always told that I wasn't a super motherly person. So I took that to heart and just defined myself by that. So I've been playing out the past. And that's all fear is. It's from the past that you're bringing back into the now. And all fear, it only exists. The past only exists in your body and your mind. That's it. Because all we have is now. We all have is now moment. You can only get into the past from now. You can only get into the future from now, because there really only is now. So with that in mind, I was letting my past affect me from growing into who I really was. And that was being a stepmom. That was being a wife. That was being a caregiver in a way that didn't feel like sacrifice. Being fully me. In a moment this week, I fully accepted that role from my wife going to school for the first time in a while. She's back in school, I'm full mom mode, on top of my coaching and everything else I'm doing from home. And that scared me, but I stepped into it with full acceptance, and it feels amazing. And then yesterday happened where I finally just let go. I just let myself be open, and I don't do this for anybody. I don't sing in front of anybody. But music was playing and me and Carter were hanging out, and I decided, like, fuck it, I'm gonna sing because I feel like it. And it felt really good. Like, I think the only person I've sang in front of is like my sister, my twin sister, and even then she like bashed me about how bad my voice was, so I just never did it again. But doing that, something broke loose yesterday. Just being me fully. And I realized how much I've been living in repression. Denying my desires and impulses because I care more about what other people think than what I think. Even more so, having more focus toward my fears and trying to protect myself from them than just letting go and allowing my desires to guide me. Truly living in a sense of peace and freedom by letting myself trust in the universe. And it's been a while for me to do this, because I've had a big thing with control and a big thing obviously with control, because I've oppressed myself, right? Trying to control the outcomes. But then this morning happened, And I realized that I've been feeling this sense of fear all week around, abandonment and like losing what I have, especially my wife, and it's been like, where is this coming from? Like, I had no idea. I thought I was going crazy. And I've been teaching my stepson like tarot cards and channeling because he's really good at channeling as a kid, so he's easy. And he started talking to that spirit today, and I realized after what he was telling me and all that I've been channeling that spirit, and it's been amplifying my fears. So it brings it in front of me. And that's the funny way the universe works. It's constantly being like, listen, you can let this go. You can let this go. And for so long, I let my fears and insecurities define me. So today, I just lost it. I was like, I'm done. I flat out asked the universe, I'm like, help me face this fear. Let me let go of these fears and choose to live live fully in the now and live by my desires and know that I'm fully supported in them, that I don't have to defend what I have or defend or protect myself and my loved ones from anything, that I'm fully supported so I can truly live in appreciation, live through excitement, and be who I really am. Because that's what fear does. It blinds us. It blinds us from everything we're ready for to receive in this moment, from everything we have and have had. Because this week I realized too, I've had everything I've ever wanted, but I've been so locked up in fear and trying to fix, seeing things as wrong, that I didn't see what was right in front of me. I have my soulmate as my fiance right now. Someone who I couldn't imagine being even any better than she is. A stepson that loves me, a family that accepts me fully as who I am. A house, my own house, my dream car, my dream career, my own freedom in my own schedule. But I found myself still being the past me. So I couldn't see any of this. Because I was being ruled by fear. I was being in the energy of being a hostage and out of control and afraid of being a leader, and all of that bullshit. And that's what fear does. It brings us into the past and blocks us from being who we really are. So today, I fucking said, like, flat out, I am done. I made that decision where I'm facing my fear head on, being like, listen, this isn't happening anymore. I choose to see this differently. And boom, out of nowhere, I closed my eyes and I shit you not, it was like electricity ran through me. And I just started channeling, like even different than I ever had. It was like out of control. Like I literally did not feel in control of what I was saying at all. And I was like screaming, like it was so loud. And, once I get, going more, I'll like do a video maybe sometime, but I do not want anybody seeing me like that for the first time. It was weird, but they told me, and it was Ashtar, someone I've channeled before, but like it was 10 times louder. And they told me that, fear is minuscule compared to our desires in love. And I've been repressing myself so long, focusing on fear, focusing on the past, that I was blocking myself from fully being me. And my heart has been blocked up, and we channel through our heart. So being so closed off and not being myself, not allowing love in, not allowing people to see the real me, I repressed myself completely. I locked myself down from getting the full channeling, from getting the full effect of my life. When you step out of fear and move into your desires and appreciation and just receptivity, it's like going into HD in your reality. It's like you're going from black and white to color. It is completely different. It's just like after a massage too, for the first time, you feel relaxed. You feel like, oh my God, it's really this easy. You feel in control and in your power. You feel free. And this is what they were showing me. They said, I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to feel this way. But it's time that I truly just accept my reality. Accept that everything I've created is mine because I attracted it. And that is what life is supposed to be. Life is supposed to be an expression of you, because after all, your reality is an extension of your inner reality. It is a mirror showing you who you're being, and also what you truly desire. And when you are truly yourself, and this focusing on the now moment of allowing everything that is you in this moment, everything that is meant for you in this moment with positive expectation, just now, you're receptive to receiving that, and you're being open. And it is that moment where you realize, wow, I really do create my reality. I don't have to focus on prevention, because in law of attraction, there is no assertion. There's only attraction. And you get what you focus on. You get, who you're being. And the truth is, your desires and love is 10 times more powerful than fear. And that's what I was forgetting. I was focused so long on trying to isolate my fears and sources of resistance and letting them go, which is useful. But it can't be your dominant focus. It can't be your dominant intent. When your dominant intent shifts from fear and trying to prevent to attraction and being open to receive everything you are because you know you're being authentic with yourself, everything changes. Your fear is not meant to guide you. Your desires are. Fear is just a memory from your past that you're holding on to define yourself, that you're afraid to let go of because you didn't like what you experienced. But I promise you, you shift realities millions of times each second. Millions of times. So you are in a completely different place than you were at that time. And all it takes is being aware of that fact. You choose your reality. You choose to create what you want to create. And when you fully understand the laws of the universe and you feel that power behind it, when you turn just from reading about it to the wisdom of experiencing it, there's no doubt. And channeling today really just helped me get through that because I felt it. I felt the truth in what they were saying. And they were telling me that I was doing everything I was meant to be doing. I just need to open myself and accept it. Accept this role, accept this reality, and understand that it gets to be better and better. That I define the rules of my reality. No one else. There was no outside person, God, whatever, playing puppeteer with us. We fully dictate what we experience. We choose to experience our highest excitement. So in this moment, what you need to ask yourself is, what is in your highest excitement to experience? And focus on that. Anything that comes up contradicting that, say bullshit to. That's the old me. That was the past. Because oftentimes, we go back to before we knew about law of attraction. And if you are brand new to this, then definitely start looking into that. I can give you some pointers and books and all that, or that's what I do as a coach. I educate. But I realized that I was looking back at the person before I knew my true power. Back in the day where I felt like the universe and everyone was an enemy coming at me. I needed to protect myself. I needed to be 10 steps ahead. But now I know better. So why am I basing my experience off of back then? Didn't make any sense. And looking around, there was no evidence of my fears. Only evidence of well-being. It gets to be better and better, and I decided that. So a really big key you can do right now is decide how you want your reality to work, how you want to feel, who you want to be, even how you want money to work for you, how you want love. Just understand that the more you're authentic with yourself, the more your reality will reflect that. And you don't have to plan out, okay, I want this and I want that, and if that happens, I want that. No, only here and now. Because you're this thing called a spirit, a soul, your genius, as I like to call it, who literally is the whole of who you are. Because right now you're pinched off a little bit as being in your human experience, because you're literally a spirit having a human experience. So you're only getting like a bit of your spirit. You feel your spirit when you're having fun and joy and just being. But most of the time you're in your mind. And that pinches you off. That's when you feel shitty. That's when you feel fear and doubt and, seeking clarity. But when you Trust your spirit, your inner being, who knows everything that you desire, even before, more than you do, more than your mind. And you trust your inner being, your genius spirit, it has a lot of names, to be your assistant, to delegate anything that you feel out of control of to your inner being. Because your job is just to experience here. Your job is to pick and choose, like, hey, I don't like that, swipe left, let's go here. That is your job. Your job is to feel good and be authentic with yourself and know what you do and do not prefer, to know who you are. And as you experience, you learn more and more. But I had this realization yesterday as well, while I was trying to control so much. Control my life, control other people's life, everything. I just finally realized, why don't I just delegate this to my inner being? They know more than me right now. They can see the whole picture. So I delegate it to my genius. Like, okay, I'm just going to focus right here and right now and focusing what I want to experience. I'm like, okay, abundance. There was no reason why I can't have abundance right now. I have done everything I need to for abundance. I shit you not, 2 seconds later, my fiance texted me saying, hey, have you checked for your stimulus yet? Because it hadn't shown up yet. I'm like, oh no. So I checked my bank account. Sure as shit, it's in there. Then I asked the universe, is it really that easy just to ask and know it's worthy? And she holded my message as like a confirmation. I don't believe in coincidences, by the way. Synchronicity. There was no coincidences in this universe. The universe is too perfect to make mistakes. So I want to inspire you with this video to see where you're putting your focus on your fears and prevention instead of just focusing on what you want, what you prefer, appreciation, loving yourself, and knowing that you are exactly where you need to be right here and now. You're not making a mistake because you're always learning, you're always growing. So what if you looked at yourself right here, right now, and said, does this life feel authentic to me? Is this reflecting what I want back? Am I allowing the whole of who I am through as much as I can? And if that answer is no, then ask yourself, what do I really desire? Who am I really? What doesn't feel easy to me? Even better yet, what is my highest excitement to experience right here and now? And see what comes to you. And another aspect is start asking for the support and guidance. The moment I started doing that, I started developing my relationship with my inner being, the universe, whatever you prefer to term that. I started developing that trust instead of thinking of everything is on me, because that's when we get into fear. So start asking for help. Start asking for the universe for guidance, because you ask and you receive. Every time I meditate or I close my eyes, I ask for a sign. I ask for help. Today I fucking channeled for 20 minutes. I got all the answers I wanted to get. And just trusting that. Not trying to think so much, but through your heart. Focus on your heart. And I'm actually creating a program right now about connecting to your genius, developing that relationship with the universe and yourself, because you are your universe. The universe exists within you. So I'm developing a course on that right now. So I'll be announcing that when it's finished. But just know, you can start today just by being authentic with yourself. Just by asking yourself what you want to experience, what you desire. And just being there for yourself, loving yourself. Because if you're experiencing fear right now, that's a good sign that you're not loving yourself. So that's my rant today. I will see you guys next time. Let me know what insights you got from here. I love it when you share my stuff, comment. I love hearing from you guys. And if you have any questions or want to hear about any specific topics on my next video, I'm always open to suggestions. But thank you for listening.